Okay, world's been created. Let's go into the Embark screen. So yes, I want to build in a swamp. Um, doesn't look like there's any swamps up here. Oh, there's a couple of ones over here. So got a couple swamps up there, and I mean a temperate climate. Down here we've got more tropical ones. Usually be hot though. Um, see, there's salt water. That's a fresh water. They look pretty good, I guess. But let's actually use a fine thing here. I'm going to look for perhaps one that has some shallow metal, hopefully. Yes. Okay, so these are the places with shallow metal. Down here then. A couple of these saltwater ones, they have apparently just a little bit of shallow metal, but it looks like it's the ocean that has it rather. Which is a little depressing, but it doesn't really matter. I can live without the shallow metal if I want to. I want to clear the fine results. So none of these have shallow metal. Some of them do have shallow clay though, and very deep soil, of course, because it is in marsh. This one is deep metal, so let's try that. We'll get rid of this. And we'll look for just deep metal. See if we can get some deep metal at least. Oh, yeah, that's better. Far better. So down here we got some marshes next to this lake. Or just an ocean, apparently. Saltwater marsh. And that's pretty nifty. This will be in a scorching biome, but it's not too bad. So let's just mark this place right here. We'll add note and add note, and we will exit list. So there's my first possible location I could go to. So these have like fluxstone and deep metal, so I might be able to find some magnetite or something. That could be really cool in a place with shallow metals. But let's look up here. I've got something saying deep metals is somewhere. Oh, this looks. Oh, okay, this is nice. And this is even better. This would be like a saltwater marsh, but it's got deep metals in it. And deep metals are awesome, so we'll do this. So a bit of a mountain range going through here. But you know what? This will be a good starting location, so let's go with it. Let's go for over here maybe a little bit. Yeah, that'll probably be better. It'll be less of a grade. Or wait, it's too far down? Yeah, it has to be right here. Literally has to be in the freaking middle part of it. Ah well. Nothing I can really do about that, except just go with it. I want to get the entire thing in here, I guess, so Alright, we'll go for here. Next, embarking. So you've selected an assault water and an aquifer. So this is going to be doubly difficult because of it. Alright, so I actually have a few embark profiles set up, but the one I really like is this one right here. If we go to problems, we can see what I missed. There's lobster gone, of course. Lobster's always gone because, you know, they can never have a lobster. So what's good about this embark then? Going through the skills, basically I start with a grower, and I also start with a couple military dwarves. One's a hammerman and with a shield user, and I could actually change that to be different if I want to as well. So let's just say I don't want shield user. I prefer maybe I could have armor user. So let's try that. And then boom, I've got hammer user and armor user. And that might actually be better, so I might actually stick with that. Though yeah, I do have copper shield, but we'll keep it like this for now. It gives him some good protection, basically. He's basically got a warhammer and a shield right from the start, so if there's something bad right at the embark site, I can defend myself a little bit, hopefully. This guy, I think he's my carpenter. Yep, so we have a carpenter bower. So he'll make wooden beds and stuff like that, as well as bows for my crossbow guy. This is my crossbow guy right here. He basically has crossbow man and dodging. This guy here, he's I believe my mason, and his basic job is basically just to craft chairs and walls and everything else. This guy's the doctor. I bring a doctor along just because it's good to have one just in case an emergency happens or you don't get one later on. And a stonecrafter. Item-wise, I bring a lot of picks, and I also bring a little bit of medical supplies and famous supplies. You know, I'm really thinking about, but there's a lot of stuff I could possibly do. Like if I do this, I do this, reducing that by 1, and maybe boosting this by 1. Now I've got like 67 points I could put somewhere else. I might be tempted to do that. I mean, the hammerman, he can be fine without it, and I can just give him armor, and he can train in armor when I get around to it. And I could build, I don't know, an extra sow to come along. And dog. How about that? I've got a bit extra. So that's actually even better, I think. So let's do that. And the other ones, they like have shields, but I'll leave them for the, you know, sword. I have like one embark that has like a swordsman and one that has a spear, and they're a bit more expensive, but this will work fine for this one. A hammerman with an armor user. And the embark is still going to work pretty well. I basically start with some famous supplies, some basic ropes and bags for future stuff. I start with a few basic seeds. I don't usually use the cave wheat or the sweet pods until later, so I can just import them. A bit quiver for the archer, meat, lobster for eating, ale for drinking, and a warhammer for the dwarf. Over here we have some animals, dogs, cat, sow, and I'm going to save this one. Now, at this point, I could embark, but I actually plan to basically be a bit more thorough. What I can do is I can go into like these guys and I can view them. So this guy's indefatigable, but he's flimsy and clumsy. He has a deep well of patience and ability to focus and willpower. So he's got poor agility and he's got poor endurance, or not endurance, but toughness. But he makes up for it by having a good focus and good willpower. So, and he's indefatigable, so that's even more awesome. He's very bad at analytical abilities, so I might change him around with something else depending on, you know, how things go. Grower, it could be fine as that, but let's just see. This guy, he'd be the hammerman if I left him be. He's very strong, but he's quick to tire and flimsy. Probably not something someone I want to have as my hammerman. Doubly poor. He's also got bad intuition, which means he can't see stuff, poor focus, even worse. So, you know, I can't use him to guard the door very well. So I might want to change him around. This is the Carpenter Bower. Mighty and rarely sick, but has poor kinetic sense and little naturation including music. But has great willpower. Not that bad. Not that bad at all, I don't think. He could, make for maybe a good mason rather than a carpenter. Or I can make him one of my hammer dwarves. This guy's very agile. Successful to disease though. Has an iron will, great deal of patience, but questionable spatial sense, poor focus, little natural inclination for music, and very bad in analytical abilities. These guys kind of suck. Jeez. Slow to heal, successful to disease, unquestionably weak. Great analytical abilities, great kinetic sense, great memory, but has poor focus and large deficit of willpower. And that guy's our mason. Flimsy, great spatial sense, great deal of patience, ability to focus, but little willpower. And very agile, very rarely sick, great creativity, a great feel for social relations and willpower, and good spatial sense, has mere kinetic sense and infinite memory. So he'd probably be the best guy if I made him my hammer dwarf, but he's got great creativity, so leave him be. He's fine that way. It kind of pisses me off that they're all so crappy. You know what? We are going to change a couple of these guys around. I'm going to change this guy here, who is supposed to be my medical dwarf with the crossbowman. And he's flimsy, but if I keep him out of the firing range, he'll work fine. Oops, I have to go up here, don't I? Kill you. Kill you. Okay, this guy was slow to heal, successful disease, and unquestionably weak. But he has great analytical ability, great kinetic sense, great memory, poor focus, and a large deficit of willpower. Okay, and that was supposed to be your mason, was it? You never want to have a mason who's unquestionably weak, because then he'll just take forever to get his stones around in this version. So we're going to change him with the carpenter, for sure. I don't really care about the carpenter, what skills he has. He likes maces though. Well, whatever. Sorry, that guy. Very agile, successful disease. She has an iron will and a great deal of patience, but she has unquestionable spatial sense, poor focus, little natural inclination toward music, and very bad analytical abilities. Well, this guy can lose this. Okay, so we'll look at this guy first. I don't want him to be my doctor, that's for sure. My team's really sick, but his poor kinetic sense, little naturalization of our music. Great memory though. This guy, I think I'll make my doctor. Let's see here, where is it? There, right on it. So that's basically everything but the doctor, or the mason I mean. And this guy was very agile but successful with disease. What about this guy? He's very strong but quick to tire and flimsy. Great kinetic sense, great memory. Masons, you probably want to have a little bit of creativity, but very strong is good. indefatigable, flimsy, and clumsy. I'll probably leave this guy as is. This guy's indefatigable. I guess this guy will work just fine for the mason. So we'll change him to that. Do one final check. Grower. Always have a grower. Military guy. Doctor. Mason. Carpenter mower. Crossbowman. And stonecrafter. So that will work just fine, I think. And we'll embark. Prepare to journey to buy Smith's water, whatever. Slinggravel, that's what our fortress will be called. Let's read this perfectly. You have arrived. After a journey from the mountain homes into the forbidding wilderness, beyond your harsh trek has finally ended. Your party of 7 is to make an outpost for the glory of all of Lolin. There are almost no supplies left, but with stout labor comes sustenance. Whether by bolt, plow, or hook, provide for your dwarves. You are expecting a supply caravan just before winter entombs you, but it is spring now, enough time to delve secure loggings ere the leopards get hungry. A new chapter of Dwarven history begins here at the place by Messin Slinggravel. Strike the earth. Alright, so that's pretty awesome. So, for those new to the Dwarf Fortress, you basically start off with this screen, this screen, this screen. This is like your main map, where you do all your stuff. This is your tab and hotkeys, and this would be your mini map. The mini map is kind of useless, but it can be useful if you have two biomes. You can use it to like analyze where biomes are and all that. It's also good for seeing like where the land goes. So I've got a really high hill over here, and he'll start to appear over there as well. And it just caves in until you get down here. And this is like where we are, next to a brook. So yes, high mountains and a brook. It's not that bad though. Alright, so what am I going to be doing? We'll actually look just a quick bit over here. We've got some siltstone. You can just look at rock layers. Usually, I don't expect to find anything of noteworthy at this point, just because we are at the swampland, so it's unlikely we'll find anything in the walls. But we might find some gems or something worth mentioning, like sand or clay. So siltstone and silty loams. Alright, here we go. This is loam. That's a bit different. Ah, well. And this is clay. So here's our clay. And over here, a bit more siltstone. And this is going to climb and climb and climb. Probably next level we'll have like some clay over there. And this is the top level over here, more or less. Yeah, this is like the top level. Loam, sand, clay, loam. And then loam. Over here, we're getting to the clay. And what's this, clay or loam? Clay loam. This silt loam, and we got the top over here. So yeah, that's our fortress so far. I've been recording for only a little bit. Oh, 20 minutes, because it took a long time for the embark. But just before we go, let's have like a little look here. We got nothing on the map, so my military dwarf has nothing to fear. He's not going to be going after anything. We got our boar, 2 sows, a couple cats and dogs, and a couple yak bulls. And we also got our dwarves. And animals. I came with everything but the yak bulls. They came with the cart. The boar will mate with the sows for all that. The cats, I don't want them to have a female cat around, but the male cats are good for catching vermin. And then dogs for breeding. And I'll probably make a little pasture for the yak bulls just to try and keep them alive for initial times. Maybe we'll do something later. Here's some like trees and stuff like willows, palms, and this is like all swamp stuff. There's also bushes where you can find stuff. Next episode, I'll probably think about where I'm gonna build my fortress. That's just bees. Come on, bumblebees. Maybe we'll do that this episode, this playlist. And yeah, you can zoom out your map. Kind of useful. I'm thinking a fortress like right here would be just fine. I mean, it's gonna go over the brook, but the brook's only like one tile. Like it's like a water tile that's just there, that doesn't do anything to you, so I can make use of it. And yeah, that'll be it for this episode. Next episode, we'll actually start the episode of what's this place? Slinggravel. I don't know why I did that.